This is the Carleton Virtual Campus. It is a representation of Carleton University as the main quad area might look in the future. Here we have Dunton Tower, there the Torrey Building, here McCodrum Library, and there Patterson Hall, or as Patterson Hall might appear in the future. Now, we use this area to do a lot of language teaching and a lot of immersive learning, particularly for distance students. But we are also experimenting with using it as a way of representing archaeological knowledge and how archaeological knowledge is created. Here we have a representation of an excavation that was conducted in the village of Shawville in western Quebec in 2003. The idea is that students may use this excavation to engage with the actual metaphors of archaeology, of layers and contexts, features, cuts and fills, and how all of these may be combined to understand site formation and the ways that archaeologists actually create knowledge. We're using the Avea Live web conferencing environment, which is built on an older version of the Unreal game engine. It's not the most appropriate environment in that the metaphors of web conferencing do not translate exactly to the metaphors of archaeology. But as a first stab, as version 1.0, you can see that it works not too badly. Each context is represented here by a single block, and as students engage with this, they would be recording the information they find using standard single context recording sheets or other systems for recording archaeological knowledge. As a student clicks on an artifact that's found, information and other links to further bibliography and references appear. What's nice about the way that the artifacts are represented in this excavation is that as contexts are removed, the objects and artifacts remain in their three-dimensional positioning. So a student could, in fact, graph, map, Harris matrix the X, Y, and Z dimensions. So for a first edition, I think it works quite well. Clearly, there are things that we would wish would be better, but I'm excited about the possibilities that this environment presents. Multiple students can be engaged here. In our first trial, we had a group of 6 students in this square, which represents roughly 2 meters by 2 meters of an area of a 19th century brickyard between the kilns and the making sheds just outside the village of Shawville in western Quebec.